This boy turns around, looks at me, and so can I drive to school? It has been smooth sailing. I can't complain. Let's see. Turn around and talk to y'all. I know I may be looking crazy. I just finished doing my skincare. My face may look a little shiny. If that's the case, mind business. Okay. Let's see. So, y'all, actually, let's see. I washed my hair on Wednesday. Plan all along was to start my hair today. Today's Friday. I was gonna start my hair today. So I washed it on Wednesday, and then Thursday I ended up going to the gym. And then after I got done with that and I got back home and did all those things, I was like, you know what? I think I want to start my hair today. So I actually started Thursday. So I've completed all of this here in the front. Oh God, let's pull my earring out. This side is already done. And then I just have the back to do. Let me see if I can show y'all. So this, what I'm holding in my hand, is what I have left to do. So I started the back of this. I did like 3 rows last night, and I worked up until about 5:30. I'm thankful that I already did this front part, because like I told y'all, I was planning on starting today, like starting from scratch today. So whew, that was a great feeling, knowing that all I had to do was this back part. Let me see. Let me look at my phone and see. When was the last time I did a retie? Do y'all keep a log of everything that you do to your hair? I do. I think that's been instilled in me since I was a young girl, because I grew up watching my mom do that. She has always been very serious about her hair and her hair care. And so she always kept little notebooks of everything she did to her hair, whether it was from if she just did a trim, if she colored it, when she used to get relaxers and all that stuff, anything, whatever she did to her hair, she kept a log of it. So I think that's probably why I do it now. So let me see, y'all. I've had this log since 2015 is when I started this log, and I have logged everything up until now. So the last time that I did my retie was January 29th. I started my locks. Oh shoot. Y'all, I missed my lock anniversary. I missed it. It was March 10th. Yes, March 10th. Wow. Totally slipped my mind. So yes, you guys, March 10th, I've been locked for 3 years. So that was my lock anniversary. Yay to me, 3 years. Let's see, this says that I started March 10th, 2022, with 302 locks is what I started out with. So y'all know that, well, I don't know if you know, but I started my own locks. I maintain them. I've never went to anyone to, do anything to my locks, retie, I wash, I do everything. So yes. Girl, I can't believe I missed my own lock anniversary. What was I doing on March 10th? Child, who knows? But anywho, so I think my hair is flourishing. I cut my hair. Okay, so I guess I cut it January 29th, 2025 was the last time that I did my retie, and then that was also the day that I cut my ends. So I cut my hair because it was a lot of straggly little pieces going on and stuff. And so I did that. And then since then, you guys, I don't know what's been going on with the lint situation, but ever since I cut my hair, it seems like I find lint in my locks on the daily. And I don't understand it. It's almost like someone is walking around with a platter full of lint and just serving it up to my locks, and my locks are like, yes girl, we'll take one of those on every single lock. Because I try my best to, not to wear shirts that would cause lint to get in my locks and stuff like that. I tie my hair up every night when I lay down. Wherever I lay down, I always have my silk scarf on. So it's not like I'm just walking around here wearing clothes and doing the things that would cause lint to get into my locks. And so, yeah, y'all, I don't understand why the lint is just, I don't know. But every day I find little pieces of lint just like in the ends of my locks. So I don't think I have any right now because, like I said, I just washed my hair and I really went through it. But yes, so that's where we're at. I think I've talked to y'all enough. I've ranted and yapped enough. Oh, excuse me. And I do need to keep going. It's been some hours, y'all. I finished my hair at, I don't really know what time I finished my hair. I think it was like maybe 11 something. But I just been relaxing just a little bit because I have a little bit of a headache. And so I took some Tylenol and, I laid down a little bit. Whew. And I don't think that my headache is really coming from my hair. It might be because I haven't ate yet today. So I need to do that probably, and that would help with my headache, I'm sure. But just wanted to pop in real quick and show you guys. Whew, my forehead is oily, child. Goodness. Yeah. So usually after I do a retie, my scalp is pretty tender, you know, just from tightening up the hair, all the new growth and stuff. So, but this time it doesn't feel too bad. Like I feel a couple of spots where it's like, you know, it's a little, hurts a little bit, but nothing too crazy. So yes, y'all, this is the final look of my hair. So happy to be done with my hair. It's like a weight lifted off my shoulders. I don't do well when I have a lot going on. Like, yeah, I just it makes me just like, oh, I got too much. I feel overstimulated. Like I can't. So anyway, having my hair done is a huge weight off my shoulders. Now I can focus on the next thing and the next thing and the next thing after that. I still need to figure out what I'm eating today because I don't plan on cooking today. I told my husband that I was probably just going to do sub sandwiches, which is just something quick and easy, probably with some fries on the side. Because after I usually finish my hair, I'm really not up to cooking anything. But I do try to plan. Like if I know I'm going to be doing my hair, I will make a meal, like a big meal the day before, so that we can have leftovers the next day. And I did that, but I guess the meal was pretty good because it didn't last as long as I thought it was going to last. So anyway, we'll probably just have sub sandwiches today. Goodness, I cannot talk. Sub sandwiches today, and with some fries, and that'll be that. So what else is going on? I think we're going to try to go to a nursery today. I'm not 100% sure on that, but before I picked up the camera to talk to y'all, I was trying to look for the name of this plant that I want to put in my backyard, but I cannot remember the name of the plant, and I'm having a hard time trying to find what that plant is. But when I do, I'll pop back on here and show you guys, or if we go to the nursery and they have it there, of course I'll show y'all. But yeah, I was really hoping I could find it because I want to show y'all. But anyway, hopefully we can get to a nursery today. I want to look at the different plants and stuff that they have. The only thing that I'm nervous about that is that, y'all don't laugh at me, I do not have a green thumb. Listen, that is not my ministry, and I'm fine with that. So I was telling my husband that I would love for like a landscaper to come and, you know, dig the hole, whatever's needed for the plant, and have the landscaper like do that whole thing, because I want to make sure that it doesn't die, because I have no idea. So I don't know. You kind of laughed at me like, girl. So I don't know if that's actually going to be a thing, if we're going to do that, but I'm still going to ask the man child, because I don't want my plant to die, and I don't know what I'm doing, and I am not ashamed to say it. Okay. Hey y'all, good morning, happy Saturday. Whew. It is a gloomy day. Hope you guys are having a good morning. Sago palm tree. Yes, that's the plant that I want to get to go in our backyard. And the landscapers are there right now. My husband asked him if he could, or if they do that, and he said that they don't do that. Which I was like, what? But maybe because they're just the ones who do the turf, so that's probably why. So anyway, y'all, I'll have to figure out something else. We didn't make it to the nursery yesterday, but my husband did call some nurseries to see if they actually have that palm tree, the sago palm tree, palm plant, and they said that they do. So we'll probably go try to look at it maybe sometime this week. I also saw it at Lowe's, which at Lowe's it was a little cheaper than what they were asking for at the nursery. So I don't know, y'all. We'll see. But y'all would not believe what happened. Just let me tell y'all a little story time. So y'all know that we're getting turf in our backyard. And yesterday, as I was leaving the house to go pick up my son, I come out of the garage and I see the turf like on the corner. So it's like the street, the corner, and then the sidewalk. So the turf was literally just like sitting out on the corner. And so when I saw that, I was like, I don't know if that's a good idea, because you know, usually when people put stuff to the curb, like I've put stuff to the curb before, and I've done that because I no longer want it. And usually when people see stuff at the curb, they're like, oh, that's free, let me just come take it or whatever. So when I saw the turf, mind you, it was 3 big rolls of turf that was sitting on the curb. And so I called my husband. I'm like, hey, did the landscaping guy tell you that the turf is going to be delivered today? And he was just like, oh, no, he didn't call me and tell me anything. And so I was like, well, I'm on the way to, on the way to the school, and the turf is just sitting on the curb. And so I said, you might want to call the guy and just let him know, like, because I don't think that he was the actual person that dropped off the turf. I think he got it delivered, and the delivery people just put it on the curb. So I told him, I was like, hey, you might want to call the landscaper guy and just let him know that they delivered this turf and it's just sitting on the curb. I don't know if that's a good placement for it, because, people steal, y'all, like everybody ain't honest. And so, the guy was just like, well, I'm responsible for it. He was like, I've done that before where it's been delivered to people and I've never had a problem, so it should be fine. So we're just like, okay. So but for some reason, like, it just didn't sit well with me. So anyway, we move on through the rest of our evening and stuff, and the turf is still out there. And so like around, I don't know what time it was. It was like shortly after I got back from picking up my son from school. I was like, you know what? I'm just going to put a sign on this turf that just says, please do not touch. Just so, no one thinks that it's trash and it's something that we don't want or whatever. So I wrote me a nice big little sign that said, please do not touch. And I taped it onto the turf. 3 big rolls of turf. I taped it onto the turf and went to bed like later on that night. I had checked the cameras and stuff, and it was still out there when I went upstairs to go to bed. And my husband didn't come to bed until later, but he said that when he came to bed, before he came to bed, he looked outside and the 3 rows of turf was still out there. So we woke up this morning. Well, he woke up this morning earlier than I did, and he went outside to move the cars. Y'all, you already know where I'm going. There are only 2 rows of turf sitting on the curb. And so he comes upstairs and he's just like, babe, somebody stole a roll of turf. And I just like kind of chuckled to myself, because I like I said, I already knew it. Like, I felt it, that it was just not a good idea to leave that turf on the curb. And so I come outside, I start checking the cameras and stuff, because we have 2 camera systems. And so I checked the first one and it didn't show anything. Nothing that night. And then I checked the other one and it, gives a live view. Like, I can literally see the rows of turf on that camera. And I didn't see anything, like no truck pull up to load up the turf or anything like that. And then so my husband had asked our neighbors, did their cameras pick up anything? And nothing, child, nothing. Nobody seen nothing. So I was just like, this is crazy that someone would come and just take the turf, like it's crazy. So, there was nothing we could really do. So my husband texted the landscaper guy this, just want to let you know that somebody came and stole one roll of the turf. Um, you know, don't know what you're going to do from here, but we just want to let you know. So he said that, ultimately he would have to go and purchase another roll of turf because 2 rolls is not going to be enough to complete our backyard. And so, by this time, the other 2 workers show up to start, um, you know, uh, leveling the backyard and, getting ready to put the turf down. And our dog, he needs to go outside. So I'm just like, okay, well, my husband's like, well, you're going to have to take Bentley for a walk. And so I walk up to the park and I'm walking Bentley. And then my husband calls me, and the guys that are outside, unloading the gravel so they can level the backyard, just told me that someone just dropped off the turf. And I was like, what? He said, yes. They said that this guy pulled up and said, hey, I'm so sorry. I thought this was a roll of carpet and I just wanted to return it. Now, y'all, come on now. Let's be real here. So I'm thinking in my mind, I'm like, first of all, I'm happy that we got the turf back. Okay, don't get me wrong. But y'all, there's no parking spaces over here. But y'all, like, you remember I told you that I had checked the cameras, right? And so I didn't see anything. When I checked the cameras this morning at so I looked at 12, it was 12 something that I looked. Actually, I looked at all the hours. So 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 this morning. I could still see the rows of turf that were outside, but I couldn't tell how many, right? But remember, I told y'all that when my husband went to bed, the 3 rows were still out there, right? So my thing is, who's rolling around at 2, 1, 2 in the morning? Like, who's rolling around at that time, just rolling up and down the streets like, I'm gonna see what's out here and then just take the turf? Like, I don't know. I'm just having a hard time believing that this guy thought that it was a roll of carpet. Let me insert a picture right here and show y'all what the rolls of turf look like, and then maybe it'll make a little bit more sense. So, you see what I'm saying? It's 3 large rolls of turf. It says turf all over it. You could even see parts of the green sticking out under the plastic. So, how this guy thought that this was carpet is just beyond me. I don't know. And why he's rolling around at 2, 3 in the morning, um, looking for stuff and picking up stuff off of people's curbs is beyond me. I don't know, y'all. I don't know if I buy the whole I thought it was carpet thing. I think that he knew it was turf. He knew that it wasn't his to take. He took it anyway, and his conscience was messing with him a little bit, and he decided to bring it back. That's what I thought. That's what I think happened. Um, Either way, we're grateful. You know, I'm not saying nothing bad about the guy or anything, but I really think that's what happened. I think he had all the intentions of taking this turf. I think he knew it was turf when he took it. And so, like I said, I think his conscience just got to him and he returned it. So, anyway, that's my little story. That's my little rant. So that's great, y'all. So I guess the moral of this story is God loves his children. That's what we're going to name this. God loves his children, because he was looking out for us. Um, Even while we were sleeping in our beds, he was still looking out for us, you know. He didn't say the weapon wouldn't be formed. He said it wouldn't prosper. So it was formed, but it did not prosper. So thank God for that. That we got our turf back. Thank God for the guy that says he thought it was carpet and returned it. Hey, oh, y'all. Good morning. Happy Sunday. Um, yeah, I got a little something going on in my throat today, guys. So don't mind my voice right now, but just wanted to pop in, getting ready to head to church. So you guys know how we do. I always like to show you guys my fit on Sundays. So here we go. Really nothing major to it, guys. This whole fit is thrifted. Let me see. Hold on. Okay, guys. Yeah, I just had to put the mic on just in case you were having a hard time hearing me. I don't know. So I just want to make sure. So anyway, like I was saying, happy Sunday. This whole fit that I have on is thrifted. So I'll just step back so you guys can see. So this is the fit. I just have it tucked in. So it kind of gives like that jumpsuit kind of look, but it's two separate pieces. And then I just cut the sleeves. So y'all, that's pretty much it. And then I'm just rocking the J's today. It's super comfortable. Really nothing to it. Last night, my throat was like, I don't know what was going on with my throat, but I woke up this morning like with a frog in my throat. I have to sing today. So y'all, you know, pray my strength that I'll be able to get through. But I have had some tea with honey and lemon and Halls and all the things. So hopefully it will start to get better and my throat will start to feel better. I feel great. It's just that my throat is just really sore and stuff. So, yes, that's it, you guys. I don't really have too much to say. Let's see, for dinner today, I think I'm going to make a veggie lasagna. Well, the recipe that I got off Pinterest is a veggie lasagna recipe, but I'm going to add salmon to it. So, I'll show you guys a little bit of that. Hopefully it turns out the way that it looks on Pinterest, because it looks really good. I've made it before, but it's been a long time. So I'm going to try to recreate the veggie lasagna with salmon. So yes, guys, that's it. Let's taste this, y'all. See what it's tasting like. This is it right here. So let's see.
Go ahead.
I'll give myself a pat on the back. I ain't trying to toot my own horn or nothing, y'all, but toot toot. It's good. It's really good, y'all.
Have anybody taste it?
It's really, really good. So, veggie lasagna. We got the recipe off of Pinterest. And then, of course, I just put my own little twist to it, y'all. I added some salmon. And then pretty much everything else is the same as far. Well, no, because the recipe on Pinterest called for ricotta cheese. And I told y'all I don't like ricotta cheese. So I just used the heavy, what was it? No, the cream cheese spread, the chive cream cheese spread instead of ricotta cheese. So That's it, y'all. I'm going to enjoy my food, and after that, probably just relax for the rest of this wonderful Sunday because, yeah, I need to give my throat a little bit of a break. Hey, y'all. Made it back to the house. Had to stop by Walmart real quick and just pick up a few items for dinner tonight. So on the menu tonight is smothered burritos. Haven't made those in a while. So because I need to get grocery, I didn't have everything I needed for smothered burritos. And so I just stopped by Walmart real quick and just picked up a few items, nothing too crazy. But on a happier note, my baby passed his driving test, y'all. Yay! Round of applause. I can't because I'm holding y'all, but round of applause for him. I'm so excited. He did just that. He did well. So he is a licensed driver, y'all. Drivers beware, you know what I'm saying? Y'all, as we're walking back out, this boy turns around, looks at me, and he's like, so can I drive to school? And I was just like, dude, how you expect for me to get around? Like, you just think I'm just not supposed to do anything today? So that boy got his license, and the first thing was like, can I take the car? Anyways, you guys, I'm not going to stay on here for too long because I know I probably sound like I have a frog in my throat. I'm still trying to get over whatever this is, this trying to, run its course through my body and stuff. But I really do feel fine. I am a little congested and feel a little heavy up here. But other than that, I feel great. But I'm not going to hold y'all. I'm going to go ahead and go. Thank you guys for joining me on this week's vlog, and tune in to the next one. Come back. There's good things happening. So I'll see you guys on the next vlog. Peace. Bye.